follow. Here we are, boys and girls. Gotta Know Joe Hobbies, Spring, Texas. And this here is the sexy king of shaves. This is a store-bought plane from a few years back, and this thing has not been started in some time. I want to say the guy had not ran this boat for a year or two, and you couldn't really tell it besides a little bit of dust on it, just really hadn't. So I've just put some fuel in it. We got the cap tight, got this pumped up, we got fuel in there, and let's see here, give it a good once, pull some fuel. We got fuel. Let's see what I can do here. Hey. I'm impressed. Kill switch, by the way, right there. So pretty good looking boat. And it got a little smoky in here. That good old 2-stroke oil. So when I was looking this thing over, I really started to see all the stuff, the neat stuff that it's got on it. So there is a, let's see here. That goes there to there. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. From there to there. I guess what we're going here. This is a fuel. A fuel valve. See? Shuts this fuel on and off. And what I'm thinking is that you can put a fill tube right here so you don't have to take that off, so you can turn that valve on, squirt your fuel or empty your tank through here, which is kind of cool, except for the fact you can't really get in here, so you'd have to put another hose somewhere else, extend this up. This down here looks to be like a little fuel filter, kind of a sight glass to see if you've got fuel. Man, the thing's set up just super nice. And this here is obviously a water pump, but okay, yeah, I'm thinking about my my other boat. I've never had an electric water pump on these. I've always had the ones that are diaphragm based that works off the exhaust. On this one here, you flip a switch which goes right here, and that goes down and that turns that pump on. That's probably the only thing I don't like about this boat so far. Is I would probably want to go with the vacuum, and I like the vacuum because it just works all the time. And as long as you've got a clutch like this one here, if you're not racing, there's no point not to have a clutch. The clutch is, for one, a great safety, because if you walk up to you've seen how quick this one fired up, but if you walk up to the back of one of these and flip one of these props, it could theoretically start the motor if that's a direct shaft. That's one safety fact. Somebody comes up and grabs it. Two, when you're transferring from your start stand to the water, you don't have this thing back here just taking off and spinning. And it just, you can walk over and you can sit it in the water. You don't have to run over there and worry about that prop getting you when it goes by, when you toss it in the water or whatever. The other thing is you can just let it sit there and idle in the water, and it's not going nowhere. It doesn't have to constantly be moving. This boat will sit where you stop, where it comes to a stop. It's going to sit there, and it's going to be stationary until you pull the trigger. That clutch engages. Let's see. I want to say that this thing is kind of built off of the Sagog boat hull shape. So this has got a looks like a Futaba servo there for your throttle. There is no choke, manual or otherwise. I've always just put my thumb over this here and pull the engine over real slow, boom, 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 like that. Instead of real fast, just pull it real slow, boom, 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 boom. Pull it two times, you'll usually start getting fuel on your thumb. If you're not getting fuel, something's wrong. Stop. You should never pull one of these things more than 3 times. If you pull it more than 3 times, then there's something wrong. You need to quit messing with it. You need to go investigate. It's got a on-off switch here. I don't know what that's for, overall or what. It has a on-off switch right here hooked onto the throttle. It's got an on-off switch here on the throttle as well. I'll have to figure out exactly what that's for. It's got another on-off switch right here which goes down to the pump, so you turn the water pump on and off via the controller. There's your steering servo. There is a fuse for the system, and it's got the SR330T receiver in it. It's got an extra prop. It's got an extra fuse. It's got an extra plug. And what is that, a Skittle? I don't know what in the hell that thing is. It must be a Skittle. I don't know. I wonder what flavor it is. Lemon, maybe. So, with all that being said, let me see here. Oh, these guys here came in the boat. I'm going to try to charge them and see if they're still good. These are a couple of nickel metal hydrides, I'd guess. But they've got 2 of them here. I guess one for backup, which is always good, and that plugs in right there. Now, this motor's got a 26 cc Venom Marine engine. I don't know how torquey or how bad this little guy was in the water, but it must have moved around pretty good. But I'm going to do some looking up and seeing what all I can find. But just take a look at this, take it all in. Trying to get where I guess I could do this here. Little boat is in excellent condition, and oh man, I tell you what, this thing here put the Exy in sexy, huh? As a may or may not have said before. Look at that there, though. There's just a lot going on with all the curves and intakes, and you got a metal grill air intake. It's just a good looking boat. I'd really like to have one of these just solid white so I could do the graphics on this thing, or actually have my buddy do the graphics on it. It's got the through-hole exhaust. There's a port right there and a port right there, telltale ports. And then of course there's that stop button. This thing fired up, bam bam, real quick. And there's also right over here, there's a transmitter that goes with it right up there. So let me see here. Let me show you one other thing. Where did that booger go? Right here. Now, this, that sure would look good in it, wouldn't it? This is a 25 J&G race engine. Those are screaming memes, and look up there. Now I got a bunches of Noah boat engines. Some of them modded, some of them are stock. A lot of them modded. We got race pipes and all that stuff for your boat needs here. But anyway, I appreciate you watching and looking. And this here will be, what is this here? What do we got going on here? Oh, take a look at that too. We might be able to add some more inputs, outputs. I appreciate you looking. I'm going to go look up a couple of things about this boat, and we're going to figure out a price on it. It ought to be on eBay here in a little while. Powered by Lamborghini. That's where that motor comes from. The 26cc Lamborghini. Y'all be good now. Gotta Know Joe Hobbies, Spring, Texas. Bye.